Hello and welcome to the first ever BowerTendo's Super Mario Maker picks. This is where we're going to pick some levels that I think you might enjoy. First up, we've got Thwomp Industries Company. This was a level submitted by a viewer on one of my streams. The theme of this is that you're going through a factory. It is a Thwomp factory set in the Super Mario Bros. 3 skin, and the player has to go through each one of these levels or factory floors. Now it starts off with standard affair. You get close to this Thwomp to try to stop the bad guys, and if you don't, they will come down and try to get you. You go through these different levels, you go through the different factory floors to reach the end. Very, very fun puzzle level. And you know, at the end, who doesn't like a good dance party? Next up, we've got Pow Steps. The name explains it all. This one is another puzzle game where you use POW blocks as steps. So, if that didn't give it away, I don't want to give away too much. That's why I didn't record everything in this level. There is a little bit of a trick. This is a level that you will probably have to start over again, but that's okay. Very fun stuff. It never felt cheap. Next up, one screen save Yoshi puzzle. Now, I'm not quite sure about the saving Yoshi part of it because you can't even get to Yoshi in this level, but the rest of it is spot on. It's all one screen. This screen right here is what you are in the entire level. It is not super long, but there is a method to this and a rhythm that you've got to do, a procedure, if you will. And what you're trying to do is essentially get to that other side where the end is. You go through the doors, you take on Thwomps, you take on Bob-ombs, and you avoid all the spikes. Good stuff. The Sunken Ship is up next. This is a level that is pure platforming. It takes place underwater. It is in the new Super Mario Bros. Skin. And at first, when I first started it, it was pretty simple affair. Nothing crazy. Very, very simple stuff. As time went on, bullet bills were added, the cannons were added. More of the swimming enemies were added, including homing stuff, as you can see there. And it gets a little bit hectic later on, which is very, very good. So it has a very long learning curve. It's very smooth, good stuff, pure platforming level. Next up, we've got PES Goomba Kicking, Easy Edition. Now, there may be other levels like this. The name implied, you know, I've not run across them, that there are other levels like this, but essentially in the Super Mario World skin, these Goombas, these special Goombas, don't just die as soon as you stomp on their head. So this level utilizes that. It takes those Goombas, you have to kick them around. So it's definitely got puzzle elements. You've got to figure out, you know, how to get through certain sections, mixed with a good blend of platforming to not only figure out how to get through those sections, but then put it into practice. A very, very good blend and a very good level. Next up, Boo's Haunted Towers. Now, this is a pretty easy one. Another pure platforming one in the Super Mario World skin. You're basically going through two towers that are overrun with, you guessed it, boos. Now, there are other obstacles in the way, like saws and dropping platforms and whatnot, and spikes and all that stuff. But this is just a general platforming level. Good stuff. It's not too long, not too short, and it's a good one. Next up, we've got Escape Pod. This is not a very large level. This is definitely a puzzle level. You navigate this small little area going through different sections of the map, and you're basically just trying to make it to the end. You're trying to escape this place. You're trying to find your escape pod. The sections, it never felt too difficult, but it also never felt too simple as well. It was a good blend between the difficulties there, and you add... You know, at the end, when you navigate through it all, you find your escape pod, like right here, and you get out of town. Next up, we've got Don't Ship Your Pants. That is Don't Ship Your Pants. Hashtag Flytanic. This is actually a viewer level that was submitted to me on one of my streams that I really enjoyed. I am going to toot my own horn here and say I did this the very first time, but I really enjoyed this level. This is not an easy level, but it is not an insanely hard level either. This is right down the middle. If you're not very good at platforming levels, this is a good one to build up your skills. It is a scrolling level, so if you do not like those, keep that in mind. However, it is slow scrolling. I'm typically not a fan of the scrolling levels, but I've really, really enjoyed this one because it had enough variety, and it was just fun. Level 4. Level 4 is a fairly short one, but it has moments of very intense platforming, as you will see here. The biggest thing is this room right here. It took me a little while to figure out exactly what to do, but once you do, then it basically boils down to skill and using your skills to get further. I love levels that are not cheap, and this is one that does not feel cheap. It is difficult, but it is not cheap. This is another one that will help to hone your platforming skills and build your love for this game. And there you have it. Those are BowerTendo's Super Mario Maker level picks. Go give them a try. Hope you enjoy them as much as I did. Hope the variety suits you well. And until next time, peace out.